Alright, this is Cubby. I wanted to do a quick video on explaining um, a modified version of keyboard for the Bunker 2 Warp. Um, so, for from my understanding, the uh, the normal keyboard style is pinky, ring finger, middle finger on the C buttons. Then you're using pointer finger for B and A, and thumb as well for B and A and start. So, um, right off the bat, I use a modified version of that, which I learned when I watched Fletcher's tutorial when I first started, which essentially shifts everything to the right one. So now your pinky is going to be on uh, the right of the controller for stability. Your ring finger is going on C right, middle finger on C up, and pointer finger on C left, and then you're gonna have B, or your thumb for B, A, and start. So a modified version of this even further for the B2 Warp is going to be, instead of your pinky on the right of the controller for stability, you're going to have your pinky on R, because you're going to need to press it for the warp. And while you're doing this warp, you don't need your thumb on B and A or start. So what I like to do is have it essentially gripping the controller from under for a better grip overall. So it might feel a little bit awkward at first, especially if you're going from the normal keyboard version, but this is what I've found to be easiest, at least for me. So it might be helpful for y'all. So yeah, so let me go ahead and show a warp here. I got it first try. Let's go. So your if you're doing this a lot, the way you're kind of angled with your middle finger and your ring finger on these C buttons, you're kind of coming at it from the top. So it over time it gets a little painful. So like after a couple hours of running this, I usually need to take a break. Um, so the way I start is um, I am starting in right strafe, so I'm starting with my middle finger uh, and my ring finger pushed down on the C buttons up until I get to the crack in the jail cell. I'm gonna do this slowly, and I don't know if this is gonna work slowly, but so I'm in right strafe right now, and now I'm just pressing C right, and I'm getting into this crack here. At this point, I'm pressing R and C left, so R with my pinky and C left with my uh, pointer finger. And after I do that, I'm going to take my thumb and turn. I'm in C right. I just press C left and C right at the same time, or R at the same time, and then you turn. And this is assuming you have watched a tutorial on how to do the warp, but I mean, just to, I guess, repeat it, I'm looking, my dot is a little bit to the left of Nat. I guess doing it slowly is a little weird. And there's also other ways to do the warp too. Like, this is definitely not the only way that people do this warp. But when I was like learning how to do, how to run this level with the warp, I couldn't find any sort of guidance on doing the warp with keyboard. So at first I was essentially putting my thumb like here and then just like pressing all the buttons and doing that. And as you can see, it just kind of worked there, but my thumb is like here, and now I need to get back to, you know, how you play the level. So like this thumb thing can work, um, but you have to be able to anticipate, like you just have to anticipate that you know the warp's gonna work and start moving your fingers back onto the correct keys if you want to do it that way. Right strafe, C right. I'm gonna press R and C left at the same time and start turning to the right. For the record, I'm not ever letting go of C right. When you're pressing R and C left at the same time, you're only pressing C left for a little bit. And obviously you're gonna be holding R until you get the warp and you get out of the cell. I think that's all I want to say. I think I will also be making a not B1, Jesus. Surface 2 Arlene kind of video with this kind of modified keyboard style, but I guess I'll just make that in a separate video. So anyways, hope this helped, and feel free to ping me on Discord.